Hi, this is James from the Hornbill technical support team, and this is a short tutorial to show you how to stop and start services in the correct order. So as you can see here, I'm on the actual Supportworks server itself, and within the Supportworks server configuration, this will have a set list of services such as calendar, file, index, log, the mail ones, messenger, scheduler, and the SW server service. Now what you need to know is that some services are actually dependent on other ones, such as the mail ones are dependent on the SW server service, the SW mail schedule is dependent on the mail service, and there's others as well. But in terms of stopping the services, we usually say bottom to top or top to bottom, but I've got a list here of the correct way to do it. So if I just enter my batch file here, you'll realise that a certain number of these are actually not on the Supportworks server configuration. That's because they're in the Windows services here. So what I've done is I've created this list here, and this is the correct order, so it will do it from top to bottom. It will do the index, file, log. It will stop the mail ones before stopping the SW server service. Which is important, although you can when you stop the SW server service, it will also stop the mail ones. So if I just quickly run that batch files, you can simply save that into a text file renamed to a bat.bat. So when I run it, you'll see that it's going to stop each service sequentially. There we go. So if I refresh this list here in the Windows services, we'll see that only the admin one is actually still started, and the reason is because the admin service isn't actually currently in use. So you can see from my starting of services, if I just edit that, it's just the same but the opposite way around. So it's going to start the services of which others are actually dependent on before starting them. So I'm going to start these again just by running the batch file, and I'll just finish off just by saying that you can use these particular batch files during your backup process. We do have a set FAQ for that. If you wish to have that, you may want to give the help desk a ring. They can be really handy if you're doing any kind of maintenance work on the Supportworks server. The support team might ask you to stop and start services when applying particular fixes, or even if you bring it down just for server maintenance. So it's always worth to have them to hand anyway, because it's a heck of a lot quicker anyway than actually restarting them from the server configuration or Windows Services console. You'll see that some will actually take a little bit longer than others, such as the SW mail and the SW server service. So that's nearly finished now. There we go. Restart it. There we are, all started. No errors to say you need this to start before another one or anything like that, or it's taking too long to start. Purely because this is a test server and there's not too much data in here. But if you have any problems around the starting of services, particularly the mail ones seems to be the longest ones, you might want to put into your script there a ping command, so it takes time in between actually starting the services. You may also wish to have a look at the individual startup types. They're all automatic by default, so if when you restart the server, it will try and start up automatically. If you set it to manual, you can obviously just set this particular batch file to run as a scheduled task on your machine. That's also quite handy. But yeah, that's it. If you have any questions, please ask.